Good morning, Unity of Kalamazoo and the construction crew this morning. New adventures abound. The music team, we all frantically texting on our routes and say, how on earth do we get to church today? I said, you're gonna have to be airdropped in from up above. So we're giving you all a moment of respite this morning, a little extra music to get inside with us. Welcome to Unity of Kalamazoo. If you're in the house and those joining us virtually, we got a wonderful service of music for you this morning. My name is Carolyn Hebel. We've got Cam Taylor with us again on bass, Janice Marsh Prelsnick, an old friend, on piano, and some extra musical surprises. And our special music this morning is Beth Patterson with some new old songs for you and song leading by Deb Imbruck and other things to come, but you will learn more about those shortly. So we're going to invite Deb and Beth up to get us started. Your soul is welcome here this morning at Unity. Please stand and sing with us on these opening songs.
Stand the right Good morning. I'm Joe Daly. I'm your platform person for today. Thanks to everyone who has made this service possible today. Script, hospitality, the bookstore upstairs, our audio and streaming team, the ushers, PowerPoint, our youth leaders, and of course, our music team. And if you haven't already, now is a good time to invite your phone into the silence. If this is your first time with us, there's a yellow card like this in the pew pocket in front of you, and if you'd fill that out and give it to an usher after service, we have a gift for you. So our announcements today. June is kind of a unique month. There's 5 Sundays, so we invite a person from the community to enrich and let us know what's going on out there. So our person today is Stacy Ledbetter, and she's going to talk about her work in Kalamazoo and with the historic Douglas Community Association, where she's currently the leader. Thank you. So, slides. Reverend Judy is continuing her series on contemplative practices. Activism is the current practice. We've had 1 session already and 2 to go. And July 21st is the Growlers game. As it says, they're all sold out, but if you could please pay for your tickets if you haven't already done so. You can do so on the website under the Donate tab. Please pay by July 7th. Sometimes I'm funny and I don't even mean to be. Circulation Day. The date has been set for September 14th. However, we need somebody or some buddies to lead that effort. If you are willing and interested to do so, please contact Marcia Bergstaller or Kim Varney, and it will not happen if we don't have somebody to take responsibility for it. So, Christmas in July. So we have a few items that we didn't include in the budget this year, and there will be a Christmas tree out in the lobby, and if you'd like to sponsor one of those activities, including a deep cleaning of the building, finish up some yard work, and a camera for streaming, since we've been borrowing Jared's for quite a while now. So the informal book study for the DEI team has been Kindred by Octavia Butler, and we'll be having a discussion on July 14th after service. Powerful book. And ongoing meditation, and our own Joyce Bach will be leading a group called Reading as a Spiritual Practice. Joyce, are you here today? No? Okay. There's a flyer in the lobby for more information. And, okay, now we're going to do our mission. As an all-inclusive community, we awaken to spirit, grow into our souls, and build a better world. Our vision? We celebrate a world of ever-awakening consciousness, abundance, peace, and love for all. Our core values. Love, authenticity, stewardship, oneness, and playfulness, and our land and labor acknowledgement. Our spiritual community acknowledges Black, Indigenous, and people of color whose lands and labor were forcibly taken. We pledge to promote understanding, equity, justice, and inclusivity. And now it's time to acknowledge the youth in our community. And if you'd rub your hands together, generate a little energy. As you go your way, know that you are loved, special, and important to us.
Thank you, Deb and Beth. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to do something a little bit different today during our prayer time. I'm actually going to read two daily words and pull out some thoughts and words to contemplate, or maybe even to just, close your eyes and repeatedly affirm. But as Joe mentioned during the announcements, we are in this part of our programming and taking a look at contemplative practices, and we're focusing our time for the next few weeks on activism. And the daily word from yesterday, which is worthy, and the daily word for today, which is world peace, are the perfect bookends. It is the reason why when we become all that we can become, when we embrace all that is ours to do and embrace our divinity, we bring that to the world. And so, focusing on doing our best is what brings us to building that better world and brings us to that shared vision of world peace. So I'm going to simply invite you to get comfortable in your seat, close your eyes, listen to the daily word from yesterday, and we'll have some time to affirm and contemplate that, and then we'll move on to the daily word for today. So, knowing my oneness with God means knowing my worth and knowing that I matter. I will no longer play it small or shrink in fear. This is a new moment, and I courageously embrace all that I am as a unique, divine creation, deserving the best that life has to offer. I am ready to be seen for who I am. I am proud to speak my truth and to be my authentic self. I do not need anyone's approval to be content and at peace. I let my light shine in a kaleidoscope of brilliant colors. I am a spiritual being, overflowing with divine gifts of life, love, joy, peace, and abundance. I affirm my worth, and I commit to being a voice for those who have yet to know theirs. I honor God's light in everyone. And from Joshua chapter 1, verse 9, I hereby command you, be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And so the part that I would like to focus on for just a few moments here is this. I affirm my worth and commit to being a voice for those who have yet to know theirs. I'll repeat that, and then I would invite you to simply contemplate what that means. To find your voice and to be the voice for someone else. I affirm my worth and commit to being a voice for those who have yet to know theirs. What does that mean to stand up for someone? To affirm their truth. To behold their divinity and their value. And to speak for that and to stand for that. Until we can all stand together. Knowing my oneness with God means knowing my worth and knowing that I matter. And I affirm my worth and I commit to being a voice for those who have yet to know theirs. And this we pray and affirm. And I'd like to shift now to the daily word for today, which is world peace. Peace is meant for every person of every faith in every land. Today, I look beyond the news of the world reports of strife and conflict, even the agitation and the unforgiveness that is sometimes in my own heart. I look beyond that and I find the peace of God. I believe the desire for lasting peace is within each person's heart. And in prayer, I affirm this truth and envision this desire growing stronger among the world's people until peace can no longer be denied. It is our shared destiny to live in peace. When each person wants for all people what they want for themselves, harmony will blanket the earth. I affirm the peace I wish for myself is dawning in the hearts of others. And in prayer, I see them safe and secure in the heart of God, forever at peace. And from 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 16. Now may the Lord of peace himself give you peace at all times, in all ways. The Lord be with all of you. And so, this is the thought that I would invite you to contemplate with me in the next few moments. It is our shared destiny to live in peace. When each person wants for all people what they want for themselves, harmony will blanket the earth. I want for everyone what I want for myself. We want for everyone what we want for ourselves. And in doing that, we show up. We show up in our own lives. We show up for other people. We are their voice when they have yet to find theirs. And we see them safe and secure in the heart of God, forever at peace. Because we are all expressions of God, each and every one of us. We are deeply, deeply connected to each other. We share the same pulse and heartbeat of the universe. And we must stand up for each other. Because if we can't stand for something, if we can't stand for each other, then we stand for nothing. And so knowing that I am worthy and proud affirms the divinity of all the world's people. And together, we speak with one voice for one peace, one life at a time. Amen. And so we pray that it is, through the power and the presence of the living, loving Christ.
Good morning. I want to thank the Unity congregation for helping me know that it is okay to change hymns a little bit. So I unitized a hymn. Is anybody familiar with Love Lifted Me? Okay, so yeah, I looked through and I said, I gotta make a little adjustment here. And somehow some different elements came through, but I want you to keep sort of this picture of Jesus and Peter on the water, right? We know this story well. So this is kind of the context of the verses for this. And it's also what's in the original verses, but I changed them a little bit. I also would love it if you would sing on the chorus with me. I changed the melody just a little bit, but if you actually want to sing the original melody, it will still work, okay? So it'll actually kind of creates a little bit of a harmony with it, so that's okay. I'm going to start off with the chorus, and if you kind of catch some of it, you can join, or maybe you find us later. Anyway, okay.
There's a world of people waiting for believe here and now there's power to carry us through. Sing with me, love, lifted me. Love lifted me. When nothing else could help, love lifted me. Love lifted me. Love lifted me. When nothing else could help, love lifted me. I hear you say I've been trying. Is there something I don't understand? If you're struggling to float, come in the boat. Look up and you'll find a hand.
Oh, thank you, Beth and Carolyn. So, our speaker for today is currently serving as the leader of the Douglas Community Association. Prior to stepping into that role, Stacy had over 25 years in law enforcement and retired as a full captain from Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety. She's also the founder and CEO of Black and Blue Networking and Consulting. And she's been just doing stuff and serving and helping out in the greater Kalamazoo community for a long time. She's a wife, she's a mother, she's a graduate of Western Michigan University, and she is also a racial healing practitioner. She serves on a number of local boards. She's a member of various civic organizations. She's the recipient of numerous awards. And she loves to read and travel and cook. Yes. She's a woman of faith. She belongs to Galilee Baptist Church. And as I said, she is leading the Douglas Community Association, which was founded back in 1919. And that organization sprang up to address the needs of African American soldiers who were stationed at Fort Custer and who were coming back from their service in World War I and making the transition back into segregation and segregated life here in Kalamazoo. And as a leader of this organization, Stacy is building on a 105-year tradition of producing programming that equips the youth, the adults and the families of the North Side to reach their full potential. And so please join me, put your hands together, really warm them up, give some loud claps, and give us a warm, warm, warm Unity of Kalamazoo welcome. Stacy Ledbetter.
Thank you, thank you. Good morning, Unity of Kalamazoo. Y'all can talk to me. I am grateful to God for another day and for this opportunity. Thank you, Reverend Judy. And all of you, I had such a warm welcome coming in. Everybody was so loving. So those who I personally talked to, thank you so much for your love with me even walking in the door. I ask that the Lord use me as a vessel to impact your church family this morning. So just off the bat, you all repeat after me. Say one new thing. One new thing. There you go. My prayer includes that out of everything that I share, that all of you learn at least one new bit of information. I think it started with you, Reverend Judy. You spit out a little bit of what I'm going to share, so I think it started. I heard some, so we'll keep that going. And so, again, as you mentioned, the historic Douglas Community Association. Let's see how this goes, partner. Are we ready to roll? Okay, amen. There we go. So you all, off the top, the Douglas mission, and that's what we affectionately call it, the Douglas, is to create a culture of equity and inclusion that transforms the lives of Northside residents and beyond through effective, efficient, and quality opportunities. Just wanted to mention on behalf of our DCA board chair, Dr. Davita Gardner, and the board, and our employees. We have some Douglas employees and volunteers and youth with us this morning that we appreciate this opportunity, so thank you so much for this. Our tenants that we have in the building, we have a lot going on, and so we have 9 organizations in the building. Bent Not Broken. They're a new nonprofit that helps young people who get caught up, unfortunately, with charges to navigate the criminal justice system. We have the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Kalamazoo, Community Action, Great Lakes Autism Treatment Center. Yep, they're in the building. Helen L. Fox Gospel Music Center, Kalamazoo Loaves and Fishes, the Metropolitan Kalamazoo branch of the NAACP, Michigan Works Southwest, and Smile Savers Mobile Dentist Service. So it's a lot going on with us in the building. You mentioned the history, Pastor, and tomorrow is our actual birthday for that 105 years, July 1st of 1919. We are named in honor of Frederick Douglass. And our employees, our family know it's a big deal for us with those 2 S's. We're named after the man, not the street around the corner from us, so please. Okay? I'll just leave this picture of Frederick Douglass up behind me as I proceed. I want to give you some historical context first about the ties that bind and about Black history in general. Dr. Carter G. Woodson, the father of Black history, was born on December 19, 1875 in New Canton, Virginia. He had few educational or employment opportunities and worked in a coal mine to help support his family. Finally, at the age of 20, you all, he saved enough money from his days as a coal miner to begin his formal education at Frederick Douglass High School in Huntington, Virginia, one of the few Black high schools at the time. He received his diploma in just 2 years and went on to earn a bachelor's and master's degrees and was the second Black person to earn a PhD from Harvard, but the only person of enslaved parentage to earn a PhD in history from any institution in the United States. Okay, y'all, I already got y'all with the one new thing, right? I'm good? Okay. So around the turn of the 20th century, he noticed a glaring hole in the educational system in the United States. The public knew very little about the role of African Americans in American history, and schools were not including African American history in their curriculums. Okay. He worked throughout his life to remedy this problem, becoming nationally recognized as the father of Black history. He initially established a Negro History Week the second week of February. Now be clear, not because it was the shortest month of the year, but to honor the birthdays of Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. He passed away, Dr. Woodson, in April of 1950, and it was 1976 that it was officially implemented as Black History Month in the United States by President Jimmy Carter. So now the history of what we affectionately call the Douglass. In 1917, the 16,000-acre base Camp Custer training base was established in Battle Creek. The year World War I began. Nearly 100,000 soldiers arrived to train, and colored soldiers at the time of the 536th Engineer Service Battalion were among them. The surge of soldiers as a whole led to a need for off-duty places to relax between training and active duty. From a Kalamazoo Public Library article on the Douglass by David Corman in 2013, and he updated it in 2019, the Douglass Community Association was a byproduct of the First World War. Camp Custer was home to large numbers of mobilized troops, both during the war and in the immediate years that followed. These men needed something to do in their downtime, and thousands of them flocked to neighboring cities, including Kalamazoo. Their presence in the business district was likened to an invasion. Although this was a welcome boost to the local economy, many felt that a supervised facility specifically reserved for the recreation of soldiers was necessary. So the War Camp Community Service was created in order to solve the problem. They established a social club for soldiers at 121 West Main Street, which is today's Michigan Avenue. However, due to the racial attitudes at the time, flat out racial, or racism, I should say, and discrimination, Camp Custer's African-American population was not welcome and was effectively overlooked. Fortunately, the shortcomings of the situation were recognized by local camp and the War Camp Community Service authorities. The result of their efforts was the creation of a recreation center named for Frederick Douglass, the famed abolitionist and civil rights leader. Frederick Douglass was chosen as namesake for the Douglass because he was a fearless leader who was revered by colored and whites alike. And y'all, these air quotes are for a reason. Don't say that today. I'm just giving y'all some history, right? Okay? In its infancy, the institution had many variations of its name, including the Douglass Community House, the Douglass Community Club, and more commonly, the Douglass Community Center. And as I mentioned, it opened on July 1st, 1919, in 5 rented rooms on the 3rd floor of 230 North Burdick Street. The intended purpose of the center was short-lived, since the First World War had ended in November of 1918, before the center even opened, you all. Throughout 1919 and 1920, the troops at Camp Custer were gradually mustered out of the Army, and thus the crowd seeking recreation in Kalamazoo dwindled. With its military mission coming to an end, the center faced the end of funding period, and thus an end to its brief existence. So despite having outlived its original purpose, the Douglass Community Center had proven its value in a short time. For many in the Kalamazoo community, it was clear that the city could benefit from having such an institution on a permanent basis for the use of the local African-American population. In 1921, a new nonprofit, the Douglass Community Association, was created to take over operations and to keep the center operational. Independent from its military origins, the Douglass Community Association maintained an emphasis on recreation. However, Kalamazoo's African-American youth became the target audience instead of soldiers, so I appreciate your emphasis and love for the young people. The local need for African-American recreation center was not unlike the military need. The Black population often found themselves unwelcome at many of the city's stores, restaurants, and recreational venues. The Douglass provided them with a place of their own, where they would not face the discrimination common in the broader community. Sewing and craft clubs, dances, live music, theater, basketball games, a soda fountain, and a pool room were among the options one could find at the Douglass. In 1941, a larger and much needed new facility at Ransom and Pitcher was formally dedicated with great fanfare. The new Douglass Community Center was held as one of the finest facilities of its type and remained the association's home for over 40 years. In 1946, the organization changed its constitution and governing structure. Now, prior to this, you all, the association had been under a mostly white board of directors with a predominantly black advisory board. I love the nods from Donna Odom. Y'all know she's your resident historian. She's like, yeah, yup, that's right. With the change, one biracial board was put in place. In 1962, the association shifted its chief focus from recreational activities to confronting the social problems facing Northside residents. Gradually, the barriers keeping the African American community from using other recreational facilities were breaking down. However, Kalamazoo's black population was growing rapidly, with many moving here from the South, and many of those new residents required education and job training. So as the civil rights movement gained momentum throughout the 60s and 70s, the Douglas was at the center of local efforts, but got to a point that Douglas lacked adequate space at that location. So in 1981, the Douglas Community Association took steps toward a new facility. It was decided to build an entirely new structure at 1000 West Patterson, where we reside currently. The new Douglas, and we still say that today, don't we, Tom? Was designed by Detroit architect Roger Margam, a black man, and erected at a cost of $2.3 million. Funds came from the city of Kalamazoo, the Kalamazoo Community Foundation, and local residents. The building was designed around the association's social services with a renewed emphasis on recreational programs and educational opportunities for youth. And so the building opened in 1984. The next bit of information that I'm going to share with you regarding how I fit in and my placement in the numbering of the EDs is A Century of Service, 1919 to 2019, the Frederick Douglass Community Association by Sonia Bernard Hollins. And it's available on Amazon, and it was a big deal for that century accomplishment, you know, reaching that milestone at the time. So I'm the 23rd to lead the helm at the Douglas, the third documented as interim. The very first executive director was a female as well. Pearl Lottie Mitchell from Ohio. She was educated, politically astute, had experience in ROTC and vast community service and affiliations. She was thought to be the perfect fit. And now today, I'm the fifth female. The longest running was Mike Williams, and that was from 1987 to 2006. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about our impact. What have we done? What are we doing since my tenure? Just what's going on at the Douglas? A lot. We lead with our hearts. We treat all people with respect and operate with an equity lens. We have partnered with over 100 organizations, including our tenants, entrepreneurs, and individuals on programming, grants, and special events. We support numerous community organizations by attending their signature events and fundraisers. We are blessed because of many generous funders, from local foundations to businesses to individuals and many volunteers. As an FYI, we have a permanent exhibit at the Kalamazoo Valley Museum that has been there for many years. Anybody been or seen it? So a lot of hands didn't go up, so if and when you go down there, check us out. We are in there with our history just as well. We maintain a community garden, first in partnership with KVCC, now with Smile Savers Mobile Dentist Service, one of our tenants run by Ms. Tiffany Burns, and our employee Sonetta Moore, and some of our DCA youth help out with it a lot. Kalamazoo Loaves and Fishes supports us by providing our youth with snacks. The Helen L. Fox Gospel Music Center has had sessions to introduce our youth to instruments, what they call instrument petting zoos, just to get that exposure. That's what we're about. Hey, you never know. And great job. Hey, you started somewhere, right? Both Dr. Candace DC Lavender and JABS, an organization called JABS, did writing workshops last summer with some of our youth that resulted in them becoming published authors in a book and a newsletter. Very, very proud of them. We have completed and are in the midst of numerous upgrades to our building, led by our contractor, We Nailed It. We have beautiful upgrades to landscaping and fencing thanks to B&B Services. We hosted an inaugural Douglas Week this past February to make sure Frederick Douglass is centered, so people know our history and to keep the community apprised of our accomplishments. We are the polling place for precincts 7 and 9 in the city of Kalamazoo, and we are one of 4 inaugural early voting sites in Kalamazoo County, effective this past February. If you live in Kalamazoo County, with the exception of Pavilion Township residents, you can vote at our location during early voting periods, and we invite you to do so. The NAACP takes the lead on running things at our site. We also do regular diaper and food distributions. We are in the midst of robust summer programming for youth at our Boys and Girls Club, the Helen L. Fox Gospel Music Center, a youth basketball league run by Mr. Charles Parker in Charlie's Place, amongst other special events. We have a signature event going called Breakfast with Mr. Tony, named in honor of a near 40-year employee who's here with me today, Mr. Tony Patterson. After he couldn't turn away children who came by the Douglas one random day and there was no formal meal planned, they were very hungry and he fed them. He and his wife, who's one of our volunteers, we appreciate you, Lady D, as I mentioned, are here. And so now we invite organizations and individuals to sponsor this event, which includes providing a hot meal for our youth, and if desired and available, having a rap session by members of those groups or those individuals, and or doing an activity, all in the span of an hour and a half, you all, on a Saturday, that's signed up for in advance. And I'm happy to tell you that Reverend Judy has confirmed that Unity Church will graciously be one of our upcoming sponsors. Thank you. I would like for our attending staff and volunteers to join me, y'all come on up and make your way, as one of our youth. I mean, I can tell you all the things, but we have our future, which is the young people, to join me in sharing her own words, briefly, what the Douglas means to her. My hubby, one of our volunteers, is here. He already said, nope, not coming up, so he's not coming. But Lady D, Mr. Tony, you all come on up. I want the Unity family to see you. And so who's going to speak here is, I call her the junior director. She aspires to be an attorney. Nazaria is respectful, intelligent, helpful, and did not hesitate when I asked her to join me today. And just to lead into her with a quote from Frederick Douglass, he said, "It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." Nazaria.
The Douglas is an amazing place where you can dive into a world of music and have a ton of fun. It's a home to a Boys and Girls Club that offers a wide range of activity for kids. You can take music lessons to learn how to play various instruments or improve your singing skills. But that's not all. They also have programs to help you with your homework so you can stay on top of your schoolwork. Plus, they have plenty of sports and activities to keep you active and healthy. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic community space where you can make new friends, develop your social skills, and develop your social skills in music, or just looking for a great place to hang out. For the Douglas has something for everyone.
That was wonderful. Thank you. So who can keep going after that? I just want to acknowledge my Douglas. Y'all come on up here behind me as I wrap up. Come on up. Is that okay, Rev? Can they stand behind me? And so just in closing, want to thank Unity of Kalamazoo again. This is definitely a privilege and an honor. And let me just see something real quick. Who has been to the Douglas? I love it. Lots of hands, so thank you. And those that didn't go up, just know that you're invited. We are very welcoming, like you all, when you enter our home just as well. So we definitely appreciated this opportunity. And Rev Julie, on behalf of your church, can you come up and just stand with us for a quick picture? Can we get that in now? Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, come on in the middle.
I don't want to stand in front of anybody, so let me just, there we go.
Oh, let better said tighten up, you all.
Tighten up.
Thank you, thank you. So what I'll end on, just a show of hands if you learn one new thing. All right, thank you, everybody. Thanks, y'all.
I just wanted to say that if you all have your guests, Stacy, your staff, if you all have some time to come up to our fellowship hall after the service and visit with us, we would love to spend a little bit more time, ask some questions, and see if we all can learn 2 new things today.
Good morning. I am Barb Galati, a member of your board. If you would please join me in our board affirmation. I hold the world in a vision of harmony and peace. And as our ushers come forward, please join me in the offertory blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
This song is called Wake Up, and so I think maybe we should stand. After you give your money, give you yeah. This is another original tune, and it's meant to be sung in community, and it's really all about social justice. You know, we got to wake up and start living in this world to help others and to create some change. And so the way that the tune goes is that there are 3 different parts, and those parts are going to end up kind of going together. Trust me, it works. It's a little messy, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to start with part 1. We're going to go again through all of them together, and then we'll start to put them into layers on top of each other. Yeah, so wake up. It's time to wake up, need to wake up, world needs you now, world needs you now. It's time to wake up, need to wake up, world needs you now, world needs you now. It's time to wake up, need to wake up, world needs you now, world needs you now. Now we're gonna learn part 2. Listen to what the Spirit's saying. There's a new dawn breaking now, breaking now. Listen to what the Spirit's saying. There's a new dawn breaking now, awaken now. Listen to what the Spirit's saying. There's a new dawn breaking now, breaking now. Listen to what the Spirit's saying.
Listen to what the Spirit's saying. There's a new dawn breaking now. Awaken now. Part 3. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. One more time. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep.
All right. So now what we're gonna start back on part 1. I'm gonna give one section, that part, and Deb is gonna sing along with you. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna bring it in together, right? And you guys are gonna keep going. You're gonna keep that pulse and that part going. And then I'm gonna bring in part 2, which we'll have that be on this side. And Janice is gonna be the one helping you guys with kind of keeping in that part. And then I'm gonna sing part 3. And if anybody is like, I really like that part, you can sing along with me, just to kind of keep things a little bit simple. So you'll sing part 3 with me. Does that make sense? Can we do it?
Wake up, need to wake up, world needs you now, world needs you now. Oh, wake up, need to wake up, world needs you now, world needs you now. It's time to wake up, need to wake up, world needs you now, world needs you now. It's time to listen to what the Spirit's saying. There's a new dawn breaking now, breaking now. Listen to what the Spirit's saying. There's a new dawn breaking now, breaking now. Listen to what the Spirit's saying. There's a new dawn breaking now, breaking now. Listen to what the Spirit's saying. There's a new dawn breaking now, breaking now. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. Oh, the breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep.
All together on 1.
Wake up, need to wake up.
Out of harmony.
Wake up, world needs you now. World needs you now. World needs you now. Whoa, wake up, need to wake up, world needs you now. World needs you now. Oh, wake up, need to wake up, world needs you now. World needs you now. World needs you now. Oh, wake up, need to wake up, world needs you now. World needs you now.
That was pretty awesome. What a rich day here at Unity of Kalamazoo. Let us pray. Loving Spirit, we are thankful for the offerings received today and throughout the week. We appreciate the many blessings and gifts in our lives. We continue our prayers for this country and the world, holding a vision of peace for each and every day. We know and affirm that we are the change we need to see in this world. As we go about our week, may we all show up as ourselves in the spirit of unity, sharing our light with everyone around us. Amen. Now we've reached the end of our service, and I invite you to please stand and join me in the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Now we're going to close with the peace song, and if you are comfortable, hold hands with your neighbor, and if not, hands over your heart.